Sefer Bereishis, Parashat Chayei, fourth Aliyah. So the man bowed low and prostrated himself to Hashem. He said, "Blessed is Hashem, God of my master Avraham, who has not withheld his kindness and truth from my master. As for me, Hashem has guided me on the way to the house of my master's brothers." The maiden ran and told her mother's household according to these events. Rebekah had a brother whose name was Lavan. Lavan ran to the man outside to the spring, for upon seeing the nose ring and the bracelets of on his sister's hands, and upon his hearing his sister Rebekah's words, saying, "Thus has the man spoken to me," he approached the man who was still standing by the camels by the spring. He said, Come, O blessed of Hashem, why should you stand outside when I have cleared the house and place for the camels?" So the man entered the house and unmuzzled the camels. He gave straw and feed for the camels, and water to bathe his feet and the feet of the men who were with him. Food was set before him, but he said, "I will not eat until I have spoken my piece." And he said, "Speak." Then he said, "A servant of Avraham am I. Hashem has greatly blessed my master, and he prospered. He has given him flocks, cattle, silver, and gold, servants and maidservants, camels and donkeys. Sarah, my master's wife, bore my master a son after she had grown old, and he gave him all that he possesses. And my master had me take an oath, saying, 'Do not take a wife for my son from the daughters of the Canaanites in whose land I dwell, unless you go to my father's house and to my family and take a wife for my son.'" And I said to my master, "Perhaps the woman will not follow me." He replied to me, "Hashem, before whom I have walked, will send his angel with you and make your journey successful, and you will take a wife for my son from my family and my father's house. Then will you be absolved from my oath when you have come to my family, and if they will not give her to you, then you shall be absolved from my oath." I came today to the spring and said, "Hashem, God of my master Avraham, if you would graciously make successful the way on which I go, behold, I am standing by the spring of water. Let it be that the young woman who comes out to draw, and whom I shall say, 'Please give me some water to drink from your jug,' and who will answer, 'You may also drink, and I will draw water for your camels too,' she shall be the woman whom Hashem has designated for my master's son." I had not yet finished meditating when suddenly Rivka came out with a jug on her shoulder and descended to the spring and drew water. Then I said to her, "Please give me a drink." She hurried and lowered her jug from upon herself and said, "Drink, and I will even water your camels." So I drank, and she watered the camels also. Then I questioned her and said, "Whose daughter are you?" And she said, "The daughter of Betuel, son of Nahor, whom Milcah bore to him." And I placed the ring on her nose and the bracelets on her hands. Then I bowed and prostrated myself to Hashem and blessed Hashem, God of my master Avraham, who led me on a true path to take the daughter of my master's brother for his son. And now, if you intend to do kindness and truth with my master, tell me, and if not, tell me, and I will turn to the right or to the left." Then Lavan and Betuel answered and said, "The matter stemmed from Hashem. We can say to you neither bad nor good. Here, Rivka is before you. Take her and go, and let her be a wife to your master's son, as Hashem has spoken." And it was when Avraham's servant heard their words, he prostrated himself to the ground to Hashem. The servant brought out his objects of silver and gold and garments, and gave them to Rivka, and delicious fruits, and gave to her brother and her mother.